For thousands of years, long before modern transportation, humans built a global network of roads, sea lanes, and caravan trails. These routes carried spices, silk, gold, and ideas, but also culture, religion, and even diseases. Today, we're traveling back in time to uncover the ancient trade routes that shaped the world we live in. Let's start with the most famous trade route of all, the Silk Road. Stretching over 6,000 kilometers from China to the Mediterranean, it wasn't a single road, but a web of interconnected pathways. It began during the Han Dynasty, when China realized the world craved its silk. Soon merchants, monks, and adventurers traveled through places like Samarkand, Kashgar, Persia, and finally into Rome. But the Silk Road carried more than goods. It spread Buddhism from India to East Asia and introduced new technologies like papermaking to Europe. In a sense, the Silk Road was the first version of globalization, linking civilizations that had never met before.
Road was early globalization, linking civilizations. The spice route thrived at sea, linked Asia, India, Arabia, the Africa for spices. Arabs used monsoons across Indian Ocean, built cities Calicut, Zanzibar, spread Islam to Asia, Indian culture to Middle East, African goods to India. Europe's spice quest triggered exploration. Trans-Saharan routes in Sahara, salt, gold valuable. Camel caravans linked Africa to kingdoms. Timbuktu, learning, trade center, scholars, poets. Mansa Musa to Mecca, deadly environments couldn't stop trade, shaping interconnected world. In Europe, long before the Roman Empire rose, the Amber Road carried the gold of the north, Baltic amber, south to the Mediterranean. This route linked ancient tribes across what are now Poland, Germany, Italy, and Greece, creating some of Europe's earliest economic connections. There were others too, the tin route supplying Bronze Age metals, and Roman roads that tied together an empire spanning 3 continents. These networks helped unify Europe long before the idea of European unity even existed. In the deserts of Arabia, another route thrived, the incense route, famous for transporting precious goods like frankincense and myrrh, the same gifts said to be brought to the infant Jesus. These resins were used for religious rituals across Egypt, Rome, and Greece. Caravans moved through Yemen, Oman, and Jordan, fueling wealthy kingdoms like Saba, possibly the home of the Queen of Sheba. This route turned desert towns into bustling hubs, proving that even the driest regions could support vibrant trade. When we look at all these routes together, the Silk Road, the Spice Route, the Trans-Saharan Trails, the Amber Road, and the Incense Route, we see the ancient world wasn't isolated. It was deeply interconnected. These routes moved more than goods. They spread religions, technologies, languages, foods, and cultures. They fueled empires, sparked wars, and created global demand. And even today, our modern trade networks, shipping lanes, air routes, and digital highways trace the same paths first drawn thousands of years ago.
From deserts to oceans, mountains to mighty empires, ancient trade routes shaped our world in ways we're still discovering. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which ancient route you want a full documentary on next.